Hey guys, I'm Laisha Ella, and today I'm gonna be doing a get ready with me and slash makeup tutorial that is beginner friendly for a full face kind of look. It's not too full face, so that's why I'm saying it's like really beginner friendly. I will be recommending a lot of products on here. I don't really use that many affordable products anymore, but I do still remember all my go-tos from when I was in high school. So I hope those are really good recommendations for you guys. But let's begin. Okay, so I already did my face prep. I feel like if you're gonna do a full face, I feel like your face prep is so important. I feel like it plays such a huge role on how your makeup is gonna actually come out, especially if you're doing a full face, because full faces can really dry out your skin, especially if you have really dry skin. But I don't really know really good moisturizers. I use a Korean one that I got at Marshall's, but I do have heard that the Tasha one is really good. If you guys want to look into that one, I don't know if it's good on all skin types. My sister uses it and it works really good on her, so I hope it's good. A good recommendation for you guys. But I do use Aquaphor. It holds a lot. It like moisturizes my skin really good and helps repair my skin. I usually apply it under in these areas, cause that's my most sensitive area, and like right here on my chin, it's like really thick part of my face, but it does get damaged really easily, and I tend to break out here when it comes to like makeup and stuff. Usually, this is the area that you'll break out at first. In fact, actually, yeah. Those are some of my pro tips. Definitely wash your face first. Actually, I use La Roche-Posay face wash. Really good face wash. It's worked personally really good for me. I also have heard that if you're looking for something more affordable, that the CeraVe one worked really good wonders. I used to use that one. It worked really good on me, so I hope it works for you guys too. But enough of the skin prep. I don't really do much skin prep to begin. I have really oily skin, so I try to just put things that like keep the moisture in, like in my skin, because my skin is really oily, and I feel like that tends to be the reason why my makeup gets ruined. But I have come to realize that there's this serum. I've had it for a while, but it does really good for my skin. It's the Dior Prestige Advanced Serum. It does really good things. I definitely recommend. I don't know if I would buy the full big bottle of it. This was just kind of like a mini like sample one that I got sent with me with one of my orders a while back. And I haven't used it until like a month ago during like the holidays, and it worked really good. I liked how it looked on my skin. I have oily skin, just to clear that out. If you are a girly who's going out to like, I don't know, like a Haribel, a concert or something, or a party that's outside, I definitely recommend to put sunscreen under your skin, like under your like full face of whatever you're doing. I would say I use La Roche-Posay 60 sunscreen. It does leave a little bit of a white cast, but I've come to realize that it doesn't break me out. It says non like breakout or something like that, and it works really good. I haven't broken out from it yet. I don't know if anybody has. I haven't, but yeah, I am using a lot of like more on the pricier end makeup, but I am gonna be telling you guys a lot of like alternatives to more cheaper makeups and products that I feel like do the job. They're probably more worth your coin than these that I'm using. But I'm a girly. I love buying stuff. I love like treating myself, and these have definitely been my go-tos to buying, and that's where I've elevated myself to. I don't think I will be buying any more makeup to add to my collection, but it definitely does the full face for me. So yeah, let me start doing my makeup now. I'm gonna start doing my brows. I go in, I used to go in with the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. Feel like if you're trying to splurge a little, but also not too much, it does really cake up though. I don't know if anybody has experienced cake up, but like it gets really like cakey out of nowhere if you don't blend it out good. Like you have to be quick on it. But I usually put this on after I have some sort of like base on that it's like already on there of some sort of like foundation or a concealer already on there to brighten up whatever area I need because it cakes up if it's just like straight on the skin. That's what I come to realize. I know a lot of girlies love it. It wasn't my favorite. I still have a lot of it and I don't want to throw it out. I definitely would not be buying this again, personally. Got the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Concealer. I definitely would recommend if you want to try it. This is really good. It has worked really well on me. Me and my sister use it. It's really nice and I definitely would say that it's really a go-to. So I'm gonna go with this first and I'll show you guys what I do with my brows. I have it's the really thin but the pretty thick brows, so I don't really fill them in. I do go in with the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. It's really nice. I just kind of go in like into my brows, not too much. Later on, I'll show you guys how I fill my brows in, but I kind of just brush them in to like lift them, if that makes sense, and like shape them a little with it. I don't do much though because I don't really like messing with my brows. I've never been able to master my brows. I will like be open about that, but I definitely don't really use products to fill them in, or my sister either. So I can't really recommend. Every other recommendation I have that isn't from me is from my sister. My sister does her makeup almost every day, so she kind of has more understanding. But I do usually go in with like eyeshadow palettes like this to fill in my brows after I'm done like shaping this stuff to make them a little more darker, and it works good for me because I don't really have black hair, if that makes sense. It's more like on a browner side and it's a little more lighter, so it is harder for me to like find something that like works for me good. But I use the natural brown for e.l.f. the brow, and then I go in with an RT brush in the number 308. It is an eyeshadow, like it's a medium eyeshadow brush. I go in it in. I would say eyeshadow brushes are definitely the move when it's like for concealer. Personally, I feel like they're what worked for me really good to blending and things. But the Too Faced one comes with like a little like application brush. It's really nice. I kind of just always put like a dot kind of where like my eyebrows curve and blend in like that. I don't really do much because I used to sculpt out my eyebrows with like a sculpting brush for your eyebrows, but I kind of stopped doing that after like the junior year of high school is when I stopped doing my makeup so much, and mainly because I got seniorities or something like that. I forgot the word was already, but and I would like not even show up to school sometimes. I would just be like in my bed rotting, or like I would have like college tours and stuff. So I kind of just stopped, like a little on top of my brows, and then I just start to sculpt it a little more. I don't do much because I try to keep my brows natural. I would say this is like a full face, but natural, if that makes sense. Next, after I do that, I tend to go in with mascara. I use the Naturally Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I want to try the regular one because I really like this one and I feel like that would work so much nicer. I go with this one. It is really nice mascara. I get really like I have really sensitive like eyes in a way, and I've tried like the Essence. That was my go-to since I started doing my makeup. But I feel like it would make my eyes really itchy, and not until I switched to this one. I tried this one. It was like the first one that like wouldn't make my eyes itch. And I feel like if I would make a makeup brand ever, I would try to find a formula that doesn't like make people's eyes itch, because I've come to realize that it happens to a lot of people. Okay, so it lifts out my brows. I don't know if you guys can notice, but this Too Faced one, it does it really naturally. That's why I'm saying it's like a really natural look. And usually when I do my makeup, I kind of just do that, my mascara, and then I just put a little concealer here, maybe blush. That's kind of like optional for me, but that's like my go-to. And even then now, it looks really like natural. It looks really good, and I tend to leave it like that. But the reason why it's full face is because I add a lot more. I use after that I go in with the Dior Backstage foundation in the shade 3N. I place this all over my face like that. I don't know if you guys can tell where it is. But then I go in with an RT 208 foundation brush. I got these gifted for one of my Christmas gifts from my mom, and I just kind of have had them since. You can definitely find these at like Walmart. Ulta has like a huge section, like variety of just these brushes. I know like even like stores like Marshalls and Ross sell them. So like if you guys are interested in looking for them, you guys can look there. For foundation, I do try to crease right into my eye a little with the brush and put it in all the parts. And I try to just avoid getting like the very like inner of my eyes, because I do cover that up with foundation, and I feel like when I used to put foundation all the way down there, it would kick up even more and crease up so much more than it probably needed to. But yeah, I blend it out really well, and then the thing I like about using a brush is if I miss a spot, I can kind of just like use the brush, like move it a little, or like whatever's on there, like patch up like any missing spots that I missed. But then I go in again with the Too Faced foundation concealer, and I just put little lines. I used to do like triangles or like the whole like under my eye, and I guess it would work, but I did come from this method from my my I don't know how to say her name, but I'll put it on the screen. She I was watching one of her videos, and she just kind of does this. She just kind of puts not a well, she kind of puts more than me, but I don't really put that much because this is really pigmented in these areas, and she kind of lets it dry a little, not fully, but like enough where it's like matte, kind of like a little, and she just kind of blends it in. I always go in first with like around my nose area, because I feel like that's the area that gets like the driest first, and I feel like if I don't blend it out first, it gets kind of harder. But I only put a little like that, and I feel like it like lifts my face up instead of like pulling it down. And I try to like spread out the concealer evenly throughout under my eye and then start blending. And then I just kind of spread the concealer all the way, kind of like from all the way up here, I kind of spread it all the way down until it looks kind of like perfectly like blended out. I don't know if you guys can kind of, oh no, it kind of looks like a white circle. Like that. And then I just gonna do the same on the other side. Usually when I feel like this side always comes out way better than the other. It could just be me, but I feel like one side always comes out so much better than the other side. Let me know. Let me know if that happens to you. Okay, and just like that, I finish, and then I do get and just like that, and then I do, and just like that, I finished. I tried blending this side blended out a lot better than this side, or maybe it's the lighting. But then I do go with like concealer in all these areas. I do make like a little like 3 lines on my forehead, and then on my chin I always cover it up like almost the whole thing with like concealer, because my foundation, I feel like it comes out from here quicker and it brightens up this area a lot. And then here, I just kind of blend it out. I always do put like a very subtle amount on my forehead because I feel like if I put too much, you can definitely tell. But then I just finish blending it out, and then that's what it is. That makes sense? And then after that, I usually kind of, I feel like that's kind of it, if that makes sense. But I do go in with the Fenty Beauty concealer stick. This is an older one, guys, from before. I used a soft amber. It's kind of like the same shade as my skin, kind of. And I kind of use an old like blush brush I had, and I just kind of blend it in. And I feel like that lifts my face up so much. It's like so subtle. After I go in with that, usually this is the point where I do blush. I usually used to wear a beauty one. I forgot it at home. But I do have this Morphe one. It is really good. I'm not using that one today because I don't really like it. It's not the shade for me. I use this foundation by Hibi. It's Hibi, shade 1, number 1. And I do use a brush if I can find it. Oh, it's right here. I also use the RT 407 multi-tax brush, and I kind of just go in with kind of a lot of blush, and I just put it on top of my cheekbone. This is why I'm saying that it's like really subtle. I do know there's girlies who love putting a lot of blush and some who barely like putting any. I put it on my nose too. A little on my forehead and a little on my cheekbone. Not my cheekbone, my chin. And I just kind of blend it out all the way up here, like I pull it. I blend it going up. I kind of do like the pouting, so I feel like I can tell better. And then once I'm done with that, I do tend to grab a little bit of concealer and put a little right here on top of like my nose bridge and blend it out a little more downwards. I put it right here. And then just a little right here. And then I go in again with that same brush and whatever is left from like the blush, and I put it right on top. And usually that looks really cute in my opinion. Sometimes it doesn't blend as good on the top, but I kind of just have to blend it out a little like that. And then after I'm done with all of that, I go in with the Morphe Bacon Set Briny Pink Powder, and I use this little sponge usually. The fluffy one, not like the one that's actually like a sponge, but I just kind of just grab it like a little, and I don't tend to put a lot. I just kind of tend to pat it into my skin, like inwards like this, under my eye, like from the top up. Just try to like not cause that much creasiness under my eyes. And then I put a little on my forehead, the same like 3 lines I did, and I kind of just pat it into my skin. I let it set for like a little, like not too much, like I think max a minute. And then I go in with this. I actually don't have a brand number on this, but it's just like a brush that's like this. And I kind of let it sit, and then I brush it. And we're almost done. We're not done yet, but almost. I grab my eyeshadow palette and then also an eyeshadow brush. This case, this little one. And I use the darker one, like the darkest brown it has, and I push, like fill in my, just like that. And then I tend to grab whatever I put on my brows, and I just kind of rub it right into like the inner of my eye. And then to set my makeup, I use the Laura Mercier. I'm not sure how to say it, but this one. I definitely don't recommend it to the girls who have dry skin. this will make your makeup crack. My friend, she actually bought this, and that's why she gifted it to me, because it made her skin, like her makeup, like part and like start like horrible. Actually, like I don't know if like any, I don't know how to explain it, but like it make her like her makeup crack on her face, and it wasn't good. My sister tried it; she also has dry skin, and it does the same thing to her. So I definitely wouldn't recommend this for like girlies who have dry skin but oily skin. Girls, this is definitely a really good like setting spray for your skin. I'm gonna do that real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, while that's drying, I usually my lip combo kind of switches, but depending on like what my outfit is, sometimes I need like a little rosiness. So I use the Rouge Dior lipstick. It's really red. You guys can tell. But I kind of just pat that a little into my lips. Ooh, this is my new one. I you tend to put that kind of at the bottom, like on the base layer, just very little to make my lips very rosy. But since today it's my new one, I won't be using it. And just going right in with my LA Girls Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Blushing, which is GP715 if that helps. And it's like a really good pink in my opinion. And I just grab that and I outline my lips. I color in the lips pretty much, and it's really pink. I have a NYX butter gloss that is my go-to since forever, and I use it in the shade A Bit of Honey. Love it, recommend it. It's been my go-to. I put so many girlies onto this one. It matches this lip liner so perfectly. Like if you just want like a simple kind of nude but pink at the same time lip duo, that is the go-to. It's definitely the most affordable lip duo that you can possibly get, and I definitely recommend. But that is my makeup look. I am gonna take off my clips so I can fully show you guys a little more zoomed in. Okay, so this is my makeup look. It's really natural looking. It's full face. It does the job. I hope this is really like beginner friendly for you guys. I try to make it as most understandable and simple as possible for you guys. This is my go-to. I don't really do my makeup as much anymore since I got out of high school, but it definitely is full face coverage and it does the job for whatever you guys need. I hope you guys have good like recommendations on not just affordable but also a little more like pricier makeup brands for those who want to like buy some new makeup but don't know on what to spend their money on, because spending like $40 on a concealer or even a foundation is quite a lot nowadays. So I hope you guys found really good recommendations. I am gonna be asking you guys, what is your guys' favorite lip duo? Mine is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Bit of Honey, and the LA Girls in the shade Blushing lip liner. That's my favorite duo, guys, for the perfect pink slash nudish coral kind of lip lip duo for like the perfect lip in my opinion. What's your guys's? Please let me know down below. I'm trying to like explore a little more on new products and like in general, like branch out onto like new brands that I maybe have no clue existed, or just something that maybe looks even better on me than on what I have. So let me know down below. I hope you guys liked the video today. More videos are going to be coming out like this hopefully soon. I'm trying to branch out to beauty a little more. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.